Hey.
Jeremy.
Quit moving, hair farter.
I was moving my chair. I'm sorry.
It's just like every time Dave opened his mouth,
Shit. Sorry.
Dave's over here trying to give us like all this information. We just see your chair like squeaking across the floor.
Sorry, I realized I needed to open the door and the fucking chair is loud. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done.
Fucking chair is loud.
It was just every time Dave started to talk, there was just chair.
Oh, me, the loud one.
Sorry.
Okay.
You guys are the best.
Already off to a great start.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Oh.
as a short recap, you folks all ended up in the town of Van Dalen together for your own reasons, mercenaries, job seekers, seeking payment for completing specific tasks. There was a board where all of you met each other and decided to engage in some of these together, starting with what should have been a pretty straightforward message to Miss Cadabra, a widower who lived in a windmill south of town. And when you folks arrived, there was a manticore trying to eat her.
Manticore.
Yeah.
Big kitty.
That's right.
It knocked Jeremy. Knocked Juan unconscious and almost scooped him right up and took him out of there. But
Sure
his partner
did.
saved him. Good for y'all. You folks made your way back to Fandalen and approached Townmaster Harbin, who refused to leave his home or even open his door to speak with you. He tried to pay you folks 1 gold coin at a time before Reginald chose to knock with his hammer and
Who's helping?
and draw the attention of all of the rest of the townsfolk. And
Doing a
there
great
was
job, Reggie.
There was a short altercation with Mara, one of the religious ladies of the town, and you folks went to the mine, or not the mine, the inn, which I believe is called the Stone Hill, and stayed there for the night. And I really sincerely regret not pulling Reginald into his own chat for
Yeah.
the last hour of that, which
Yeah.
was, all I will say here is that another side of Reginald appeared and presented itself. And I think that's a good place to bring you guys back. So you guys are now on day 2 of Fandalen. You have awoken in the inn and presumably are, looking for another job. However, just you players have been informed that Vandelver has now been interposed over this, and there may be more information to be had in town.
I slept great. It's like it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's a great start. Yeah, so you guys are all downstairs enjoying breakfast together, unless for whatever reason you want to have a private interaction upstairs in your rooms, in which case you're more than happy to let you guys do that.
Asmo wants to take a peek.
I think tolerating each other's presence is a more accurate representation of the group, probably.
Yep.
Asmo would like to give a little bit of peace and quiet to the rest of the group, and he's going to check out the Shrine of Luck.
There's a Shrine of Luck?
It says so on the map.
Hey, there is.
Right next to the inn.
Yes. Yes.
You can choose which side you want to interact with, but Asmo's just going to kind of meander his way over to the Shrine of Luck by himself. And like I said, I'll leave that up to you as to how you want to guide the rest of that interaction.
Is Asmo, well, I have a follow-up question. Is Asmo making it a point to wake up early? Is he trying to get out of here quietly? Or is he, just waking up with everybody else and just walking past him to the shrine?
No, his very abrasive personality is doing a great job of keeping other people away from him.
So the second, the latter?
Yeah, the latter. He's not being secretive about it at all.
Okay. Yeah. Then as far as the rest of the party is concerned, you guys are still like rubbing the sleep out of your eyes as you all exit your rooms, and you see just the back of Asmo's head just like disappear down the stairs. And when you guys, end up making your way down there, he's not in the building anymore. And probably one of you glances out the door just in time to see him disappearing, on the other side of the courtyard.
I don't know where he's going, but I'm not following him.
I don't think I have any reason to follow him.
So you guys have all of 24 hours under your belt together.
Yeah, we're not exactly besties right now.
Let's see, knowledge. Where would I go? What's going on over here?
Well, I remember the board had more jobs on it. I would be interested in going back to review them.
Just as a strategic note, part of the reason I'm doing this is that if we split up a little bit, if there's more to run into, I felt that it may be beneficial if we kind of gained more ground, at least locally within the city, and then that way one of us could choose whether or not we wanted to pass that information of whatever we find or whatever our beloved DM has bestowed upon us based on what we ran into.
Well, do we know any more about the mines, or is that what we're trying to figure out? Like, we've heard about it and we need to find more information.
Yeah, that was one of the job board posts, was to rescue the dwarves.
I figured we'd review the job board before we left for that part of it. This is more of assuming that the additional content doesn't tear us away from what we're doing. I feel that the additional content may be something like as an option to where we can sort of see what it has to offer, or
well, that's why I was asking Dave, like, what do we know about the mines already, if anything?
So what you guys would know about the mines is that you know that there is one sec, that's not in the right book. You guys would know that there was, and this is all like really old history, so keep in mind, however much stock your character puts into like learning about, going out of his or her way to learn about the past, will probably determine how seriously you take this information. But you know that, hundreds of years ago, dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as the Fandelver's Pact to like share a mine in this like super awesome, like magic and mineral dense like vein known as the Wave Echo Cave. And it was like a super valuable strategic resource. But it's one of those things where, it was lost to history. Like, these are stories that are told. Keep in mind, in the D&D universe, elves live forever, essentially, if they don't die, a long time. Dwarves live for hundreds of years. There are lots of races that live for hundreds of years. And so what for humans would be 10 generations worth of time or more may only be a generation or two for these other races.
Yeah, so, elves see us like pets.
Right. So like Asmo, being a dwarf, like he might have heard stories from somebody as closely tied to him as his grandfather. Whereas those of you with shorter time spans would have needed somebody to like go out of their way, or you would have had to like run into one of these long-lived people in order to have gotten this information, which is not impossible. And if I remember correctly, Juan is pretty like book smart, real world dumb. So I'd say it's reasonable that he might have
he's not wrong.
Some of this. That's how he came across to me. I could be wrong. I don't know.
He's the opposite of a himbo.
Sure. Yeah. No. I'm very up to. Oh, what the? Oh, never mind. Yeah. I'm very, very knowledgeable about books, but I've basically spent the entire 76 years of my life indoors, effectively.
Right. So it wouldn't be unheard of that you would have heard of the Wave Echo Cave. I'll say that that Juan and Asmo like almost certainly have at least heard a story about the Wave Echo Cave. Let's see here.
I'm a
Rhapsody,
tiefling, and they...
you're a bard. Bards are literally the keepers of lore and knowledge. You are
Yeah.
the person who spread information. You are the news media of D&D.
That's true.
So it is not unheard of that you would know a song, a tale, a limerick that references the Wave Echo Cave. Even if you don't know the nitty-gritty details of the history, you'd probably know that it's around. And then let's see here, Becky, Cybil, you're an elf ranger, so you also, I mean, I don't know how old are you? You're muted. Or I didn't.
No, your mic just keeps cutting out.
How about now?
There we go.
Eat it. I don't know. I'll just say I'm like 50.
Okay, so I mean,
you're a baby.
It'd have to be like a grandfather or somebody who told you, but you, in theory, could know about this just because you're a long-lived race, or remembered it, or have heard something. I guess you would.
So we have generally pretty common knowledge about these mines.
Right. You know that part of the reason why Fandalen is here, and why anybody went through the trouble of rebuilding this ruined city, was because of its proximity to not only the mountains in general, but also, you know, people use this as kind of a base camp. Adventurers come through here to. I think I remember I told you guys in the initial intro that like adventurers are not foreign to Fandalen. They're welcome here. That is in part because, you know, treasure seekers looking for the legendary Wave Echo Cave have passed through here. Like NPCs would probably know like a story or a rumor about it. But obviously, if anybody knew precisely where it was, they wouldn't just sit around in Fandalen. But there are like stories and things that exist. So
lots of people looking to drain the main vein.
Yes, there you go. That's a great summation.
Okay.
I don't know if it matters, but I just checked. Owlin lifespan is about a century. I told myself I'm about 76, so I'm kind of a geezer.
Right, but like I said, with your studious background,
yeah,
like you know, it'd be super reasonable for you to have heard something.
Just for future reference, note that I essentially have the same lifespan as a typical human, roughly.
Same for me.
Okay, cool.
Tieflings are only about 100 years, really?
Yeah, some of them can live to 150, it said, but they age at the same rate as humans.
Okay.
Yeah. I always liked lizard folk because they also age at about the same rate as humans, but they never stop growing. So an old lizard folk is the largest lizard folk, which is why the chieftains are almost always also the elders.
That's cool.
It's
that's
super
cool.
Sick. It's super sick. Yeah.
I dig that.
Okay, so Asmo is gone, and I will pick him up in a minute if you guys don't decide to go after him. But the three of you have found yourself in the Stonehill Inn. You know, maybe part of the reason why you were here was because this is treasure hunting town, and you know, you figure like there will at least be jobs around. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some treasure. And as a reminder, the proprietor of the Stonehill Inn has a name. He does.
Sure does.
Does he?
It's a good name too.
Oh, I bet.
On the edge of my seat.
One of the best names. We have the best names.
His name is Toblin Stonehill.
Oh, yes.
And as a reminder, he is a short, friendly male human.
You said Hoblin?
Toblin. Toblen.
Toblin, got it.
Toblin, maybe? Maybe it's
got it.
Let's go with
whatever.
Toblin. I like that better.
Okay, cool.
I like Toblerone. I love it.
Yeah.
Toblin.
And it's the morning, so, you know, you guys are there. There's one other patron there also enjoying their breakfast and drink quietly in the corner. Toblin himself is manning the counter, cleaning, methodically wiping the glass. And you find yourself here.
Oh, that's right. Before we ended last time, oh, never mind. I'm thinking of the last game. Never mind. Can I go up to Poblin and ask him if the town has a library or anything equivalent?
Absolutely.
Poblin.
Toblin.
With a T.
Oh, I thought you said
like Tom.
Like a Toblerone.
Like a tub.
Yeah. Okay, Toblin. Yeah, I want to ask Toblin if there's anything equivalent to a library.
And Toblin will probably look back at you and say, not many readers here in Fandalen.
Well, are there any particular seekers and or gatherers of knowledge or anything of the sort around?
Well, and he thinks about it. It's like there's Mara. She keeps one of the churches, and there's Sister Guriel. She keeps the shrine. They know a little bit. It's like technical knowledge. You can always talk with Barthen. He knows a thing or two about, this and that. He runs the general store up the road. And he thinks, and he's like, and old Harbin's been around forever. You'll have to yell through a door. He's all, but you guys know that. So.
Yeah, I think I'll stay away from Harbin. Who was that second fellow you mentioned?
Barthen?
Barthen, yeah. Where might I find him?
He runs the provision store up the road. He kind of looks at you like an adventurer like yourself. I'm sure would have been in there at least once, getting some equipment or some such.
Nope, we're stupid.
Haven't needed it yet. Managed to squeak by the feather of my teeth.
That's an odd expression.
Well, you see, I don't have skin. Technically, I don't have teeth either, but I figured it was close.
The feather of your beak.
There you go. Yeah, the feather of my beak.
Oh, yeah, that makes much more sense.
It's okay. You're not a feathered folk. You wouldn't get it. I appreciate you trying, though. Yeah, I'll leave and thank you for the assistance, Toblin, and I'll go to Barthen's provisions.
Sounds good. Here's time. See you this evening for another broom, I assume.
Chris, we're matching.
Yes.
Cats.
Kelly's like, no.
Rhapsody's gonna walk up to the innkeep and ask, so have you heard any rumors around lately? Anything that might lead me to some coin, perhaps?
Says, well, I don't know about coin. He said, there's always jobs on the job board. Aha. But let's see here. Darren Eldermath, the orchard keeper, is a former adventurer.
The orange keeper.
He's motivated by money, like you folk. He may have an idea.
Okay.
That's prejudiced. I'm motivated by knowledge. I'm not here.
Well then, kind sir, I will go speak to the orchard man. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna leave and
talk to the orange man.
The orange man. I want to stop at the job board on the way over just to double check it again, and then I will continue on to the orchard man. So I am going to take a peek at the job board while I'm outside.
Okay, great. Cybil, you're watching your party
leave.
Scatter.
Peace out.
Peace out on you. All this shit. What's your plan? I will give you an opportunity to say something to anybody before they walk out the door if you wanted to touch base with them before they left. Other than Asmo, who just straight up left without any.
No, I think Cybil probably would have just, she's always kind of kept a low profile. So what probably happened is she was sitting there eating her breakfast, and at one moment she was looking at these people that she had somehow saved a person with last night, and then she looked down to her porridge or whatever the fuck it is, and then she looked back up again and everyone was gone. And she
there's one white feather floating
floating slowly down to the table, and she's just there's 3 half-eaten bowls of breakfast in front of her, and she's just what the fuck happened?
We ain't friends yet.
Barely
so I guess
acquaintances.
She'll just kind of look up at the barkeep, his Toblin or whatever his name was, and she'll be like, "Did you see what way they went?"
He said, "Yeah, I sent hold on. I sent the one with horns out to the Eldermath orchard. He said I sent the feathery one over to Barthen's, and I watched that crazy dwarf leave this morning. I have no idea where the fuck he went."
Okay. If I remember correctly, on the job board last night, there was something about a dragon attacking some dwarves in a mountain. Do you know anything about that?
Dragon's been seen everywhere. He's like, except here in town. He's like, whew, thankfully.
Knock on wood, don't jinx it.
I know. He's like, that's part of why Old Harbin won't come out of his house. He's terrified of the damn thing. And he's like, but if I remember correctly, he's like, I did read that on the way in one day. I think it was the couple of brothers. I can't remember their name, but I think all the job was just to warn them of they haven't been around for quite a while. They've been on excavation. Dwarves, they can stay under the mountain for months at a time. Have no idea what's going on in the real world.
Great. I guess I'm gonna go find that tiny little owl at the store.
Okay, sounds good.
Like the best place to start.
As you walk out the door, you do see Rhapsody like looking at the job board. You'll have to pass her on your left to go down to Barthen's.
Okay. If I'm gonna walk past her, I'm gonna stop and be like, "You just let the other two disappear?"
I'm not their babysitter. Were we supposed to stick together, or?
I thought so. I thought we were doing the next post on this job board together, and then I was eating my porridge, and then I looked up, and you were all gone.
I mean, if we want to keep adventuring together, that's fine by me.
Do you know where the other two went? I know that Owl Juan went to the general store. I don't know where that dwarf went.
And Rhapsody's just gonna kind of look around the little central area. Does she see Asmo at all? Because he was at the Shrine of Luck.
Yeah, the shrine's right next to you.
That'll be the first roll of the day. That'll be the first roll of the day. Perception check. Very reasonable, but
perception check.
Very reasonable, but he's crazy. You never know.
Huh? Yeah. I guess what D20 am I gonna use?
That's a big ol' 5, DM. I don't see him.
Is it?
Where'd he go?
You glance over your shoulder in like the other direction. You like have your back basically directly to him, and you're like looking at a wedge this way, and you're like, nope, he's not out there. I don't
see him.
Where on earth could he have gone?
Except
what did you roll?
A natural 20.
Where is he? He's right there.
Way up over, like, much taller than, well, I don't know, much taller than you. No, other way around. I'm sorry, because you're not a fucking halfling anymore. You're a.
She's
a
tiefling. I'm an elf.
It's like I think he might be, and like points behind you. And before we get there, I'm gonna actually switch back to Asmo, who would have, like, you guys are catching him after he's been out there for a few minutes. So Asmo, you.
Jesus.
My fine little friend. I had to change the page to go find the rumors. You are at the Shrine of Luck. It is one of two temples here in town. It is the smaller of the two. It's a small shrine dedicated to Tymora, goddess of luck and good fortune.
I like both of those things.
Shrine is currently being tended to by a acolyte who is a young elf, and she seems to be like not frantically, but like very like meticulously caring for this shrine. And let's see here. Yeah, and she's tending the shrine.
Oh, important character aspect. Asmo has a deep respect for the religious, for ceremony, for the gods. It's not that he's an acolyte himself, but he has respect for it. So he doesn't drop the act of being crazy, but he tones it down extremely.
Dials it down to a 3 instead of
he
11.
dials it down to about a 3 to where he's at least coherent and he's speaking. And he sort of says, "Hello, what are you doing around this wonderful temple here?"
And she's definitely like startled. She's like very like into her work. She and turns around and looks at you. So I'm very sorry. I'm tending to. My name is Sister Garel. And I'm tending to my shrine to Tymora. Do you know of Tymora?
I do. I have deep respect for Timora. Do you mind if I sit here and meditate for a while?
Oh no, absolutely, please, please. And she stands back and does a sweeping gesture in front of you, and it's a small shrine, and there's one stone which has been rubbed smooth where people's knees have rest on it, or where people have sat cross-legged on it in the past, and it's obviously intended to be one person at a time kind of meditating. She kind of scoots back and starts she goes and finds a broom and starts sweeping around 10 feet away from you.
So, Asmo again, not completely dropping it, but he knows that he's dialed it down to 3, sort of takes a look around to make sure that nobody else has seen that he's sort of watered his crazy down a little bit. He's going to sit on top of that stone, and he's actually going to meditate. And midway through meditation, he's going to once again strike up conversation, and he's going to bring up once again, what a lovely temple this is. So, do you get many patrons here to your temple?
And she says, "Well, admittedly, most folks prefer the full church across town to Ayamunde. Mara runs that church. She's a fine lady, and Ayamunde is a wonderfully respectable celestial being." She says, "But Timora has a special place in my heart, and the Harpers are associated with her, and they've been very kind to me."
Harpers seem like wonderful, wonderful people. Now, I have a special respect for the small and the subdued. Obviously, we're not the tallest creatures.
She lights up at I have sympathy for the small and subdued. She in the same way that an animal lover perks up when they see a cute animal across the street. She's hearing you say this, and she's she's engaged now.
So what's funny is I was actually going to say that about this moment, one of the satchels that sits on my hip, you see this small little fluffy tail just sort of come up and start whipping around a little bit, and this little squirrel decides that it's going to hop right up onto my shoulder, and I'm going to take out of another little pocket on the other side of me just a little bag of peanuts, and I'm going to sort of put it up right next to the squirrel to let it munch on them. I'm gonna be like, "You don't mind me having a pet here, do you?"
And she just kind of looks. She's just, "Oh, of course not. All the smallest creatures deserve the most tender care." And she wipes a tear from her eye and says, "Good for you."
This is creeping me out.
Seriously. God damn it.
What is the point of your pocket squirrel?
Alex, look behind
to have
you.
A pocket squirrel. How dare you question the pocket squirrel?
I am going to say that just before Cybil, identifies you there, because now I don't know. I'm assuming you're also just in the same way that you're interacting with this person. You're probably not doing checks. You guys are 50 feet away from each other and have not clocked each other yet. But she kind of leans in and sees that there are people close, and you see her look over your shoulder. And she says, if you feel that strongly, the Harpers are, I'm sure would love to speak with you." She said, I'd be happy to see if about any need for new recruits." And you get she's incredibly naive, but you get the sense that she's trying to be secretive about this. It's not it's supposed to be on the DL.
I'd love an introduction. And I'm going to sort of once again noticing that she is trying to keep this on the down low the entire time. I'm sort of looking over my shoulder to make sure that we're not being interrupted. And I'd say almost about at this point, I'm going to notice that Cybil is rolling her D20 and recognize me.
And you probably have about 10 seconds before you're clocked here.
So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at her. I'm going to be like, "You can find me at the Stonehill Inn and we can talk later." And I'm going to give her the room number that I was staying in. And then I'm going to kind of come out. I'm going to come out once again out of the Shrine of Luck with the squirrel still on my shoulder. And I'm going to just be like, "Nutty loves shrines!" And he's going to just hop right back into the little pouch. And then the only thing is that the body makes it into the pouch, but the tail, the squirrel's tail is just going to still be sitting here doing this until it, we know absolutely that now Cybil and Rhapsody can see this little squirrel tail just sort of flicking around in the pouch. I'm not sure if they saw the squirrel enter it, but then it just sort of like, retracts itself back into the pouch.
Yeah, so we haven't met the squirrel yet, right?
No, this is the first time I've been able to bring out the squirrel.
Yeah.
But Cybil, you see Asmo, partly because he proclaims, "Nutty loves shrines," and you just see Asmo with this squirrel, like, quickly, or maybe it's a squirrel, some kind of creature, just like dart down his torso, and like there's just like this gray fluffy mass sticking out of the bag.
I wish I did not roll D20. I'm just gonna like make a whole face that I'm sure Rhapsody is gonna see because we were like facing each other. And I'm gonna be like, there is a creature like down.
I'm just gonna like look around and be like, what?
Just saw like
I mean,
and there was a tail.
He's small and like weird, but I wouldn't call him a creature.
Okay, wait.
I did not.
I think it's more worse.
I didn't see the squirrel. I didn't see the tail. Like,
I'm sorry. And now I'm on a word.
Yes.
There is one job which is the same job that Cybil was just told about. Okay. That there are the dwarf prospectors that need to be warned about the dragon because they've had their head underground for so long. And then the other one is a clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in small network caves. The gnomes of Nomengard are known for their magical inventions.
Right.
They might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it, Town Master Harbin will pay you for it.
Will he though?
Yeah, because I wanted the magical goodies.
That's the deal.
So, okay.
So should we get the weird creature and then the owl and go do this?
Yeah, so I definitely want to continue making money. And if we're going to be hanging out some more, then we all need to agree on what we're doing, I guess, because I don't want to deal with complaining. So, Tiny Man.
Yeah.
We're going to go find the bird friend, okay? Tiny
okay.
Bird.
I'll go with you.
Figure out what we want to do next, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to let you continue to wrangle him.
I'm just darting across the map, like, peering into windows and
God,
being generally weird
as
I make my way.
Toblin where Juan went, and he went to the general store.
Okay, that sounds like a good place to go anyway. So
we should go
that way.
Probably pick up some like health potions and stuff because one of us almost died.
Two of us almost died.
It's true.
Two of us almost died.
Tobin also told me that the Orchard Man might also have some more like adventure treasure knowledge, so he could be worth hitting on our way out of town.
The Orchard Man?
The Orchard Man. The Orange Keeper.
Do you know the Orchard Man?
Henceforth known as the Orange Keeper.
The Orange Keeper. So I'm gonna make my way to the general store.
He was married to the Orange Keeper.
The Orange Keeper?
God damn it.
Orange.
You sons
Who lives on Drury Lane, right?
Not the gumdrop button.
God, I hate all of you.
There was a day where I could quote every word of that movie.
I have the second one down pat.
I love it.
Poor fuck.
So, DM.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about Barthen, if you would, please.
Barthen, like that Asmo knows about Barthen?
I walk into the provisions and we can see Barthen. I'm just curious what I see and what I know.
You gotta give me a minute. Juan got there before all of y'all did, so he gets a couple solo minutes.
I was gonna say, I literally haven't done shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
that's
got
fine.
time, Juan. The DM has not forgotten.
He's a meek owl, but he deserves attention.
I know he
Go
does.
on with your bad self, Juan.
Okay.
Bad? I thought I was a good owl.
Oh, yeah. So you guys are going through all of your respective tasks of the morning. One approaches Barthen's provisions just as and you actually see him. Barthen himself is outside, like hanging the open sign, like on like the peg that's out there that marks that they're open. And he turns and looks at you and he says, "Oh, first customer of the day," and he like hurries inside.
Don't rush on my account. It's no trouble at all.
Yeah, footsteps proceed inside, and as you like walk into the building, it's like a pretty long corridor it's like a long corridor style with goods and gear on either side, and the counters on the other short end on the opposite side. And you see him like quickly covering like the last few steps to like turn sharply.
So it's like Coddingtown.
Yes. Without that bullshit bottleneck in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Where it makes sense.
Right.
Because this is my fantasy world, so shit can actually make sense.
Shots fired.
I know. I had a PTSD moment.
I know.
For a second.
With the town of Codding, you say?
Yo, you need to make that.
I've had the pleasure.
You need to make a Codding township.
Oh my god, that's going to happen for sure.
Let me put it on the list of towns.
Don't forget the patron saint. Don't forget the patron saint Rosa.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that'd be good too. That'd be good too.
I love it. Anyway, my apologies.
Okay, so so before you stands the proprietor, and he like waves at you from behind the counter, and he says, "Hi there, welcome to Barthen's Provisions. I'm Elmar. Anything in particular you're looking for?" And he is a lean and balding human male shopkeeper, probably about 50 years old, with droopy but kind eyes.
Hello, sir. I was told that this was Barthen's Provisions. Are you Elmar Barthen's?
As a matter of fact, I am. Been running this here establishment for the last 10 or so years. What can I do for you?
It seems to be a fine establishment. I do apologize for my lack of worldliness. I'm new to the area. I'm just looking for any sort of knowledge anyone in the area might be able to bestow upon me. I was told there's no library or anything, but I figured you might be a good person to ask for just any sort of help in a general knowledgeable sense. So someone of your caliber surely has something to teach.
And he smiles and says, "Yes, I am told a thing or two in as individuals in town do their business here." He said, "For those who will still do their business here," and he like gets a little bit grumbly, and it's.
What do you mean?
He sighs and he looks. He looks around. He just opened the shop, but he's still you catch his eyes like scanning the room to make sure that it's empty, and he sighs and says, "Well," he said that there's been a troublesome gang of individuals lately. They call themselves, and he like makes scare quotes, the Red Brands, and he clearly has no respect for them. But he says they've been shaking down local businesses, and he says the only reason why we've been able to sustain them because we have the smithy across the street, and they've been kind enough to provide us with means to defend ourselves." And he like produces from under the counter like a huge fucking mace, and then from under the other counter like an elaborate dagger, and he like sets them down, not like menacingly, just
right.
Like in like a jovial way.
Yeah.
And then he says that they've been causing a lot of trouble. And he said, and I hear that they're in and out of the Sleeping Giant Tap House, that old abandoned building. And he says, but He says, but so I don't have a lot of other information for you lately because, well, once if you kind of like looks at you like, have you ever been in a building when a shakedown is happening? Have you ever had your life threatened that way? It's like, you look a small and delicate creature.
Well, typically yes, but yesterday I did help defeat a manticore.
You helped defeat the manticore.
Yeah, well, not by myself. Clearly, God, not at all. No, I had some help from some fellow adventurers who happened to be going in the same way.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Fellow adventurers. He's like, oh, fellow adventurers, and he perks up. He's like, I don't suppose they need any equipment. I don't suppose you don't need any equipment. And he like remembers that he's a businessman, you know.
Well, as a matter of fact, I know that a few of them are rather inclined towards goods, money and equipment, and weapons and whatnot. I'm somewhat inclined as long as it helps me build my collection of knowledge.
Knowledge is an admirable goal, and he kind of he's like, but I don't imagine the only kind of knowledge people ever seek in Van Dalen is where the echo mines are, or the nearest treasure cache, or how they can make a quick buck. That's most of the knowledge base here in Van
I
Dalen.
mean, I suppose the location of the mines of Ecomar would be the closest I would look for, but I'm not looking for it for any particular reason. I'm just looking to sort of curate a breadth of knowledge with which to pass down for generations so that the future might be brighter with the knowledge that it's given.
I am going to say that about at this time, you hear footsteps and chitter and chattering.
We hear the bell on the door
behind you.
ching as it opens.
Yeah, Asmo's distinct voice. He's, I don't know what crazy nonsense he's spouting, but I'm sure he's saying something.
Wow, look at this place.
And that's why I kicked him.
Damn.
The tail end of a story that neither Rhapsody nor Cybil asked to hear or wanted to hear, much less to completion.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Love it. And Barthen,
You're still muted, by the way, Becky.
And Barthen perks up and,
Thanks.
welcome. These are your friends, I assume.
Yes, these are the adventurers I was with yesterday. We helped save a woman and defeat a manticore, didn't we, folks?
Kitty was angry.
Yeah, he calls the manticore Kitty. The devilish looking one and myself were in pretty dire straits, but we managed to hold our own in the end.
And as he kind of sizes you guys up, he says, "Yeah, I believe that you guys can. I did hear that Miss Cadabra found herself in town. I don't suppose she was who you were after."
Yep.
She was, in fact, yeah.
And while you guys are talking, Asmo is literally just like walking around the perimeter of the entire building. He's just looking at the wares, and you can sort of see these like eyes just being shot at me by, I'm going to assume would be Cybil, just to make sure, like a child, I'm not touching anything or playing with anything.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it checks out. That checks out.
Canon now.
I am the mom of this group.
We have to babysit you.
Yep.
If you drop that, I swear to God.
So yeah,
I don't want to drop it.
You said his name was Elmer?
His name is Elmar. Yes.
Elmar.
ELMAR.
Elmar Barton.
Elmar song.
Fucking game, you guys. Elmar here was just telling me about the dreadful ruffians he's been plagued with recently. Luckily, the smithy across the street is helping him, but it might be something that we should look into.
We could go knock on his door too.
If we knock on these guys' doors, if we knock on these guys' doors, I think we should continue knocking until it comes down.
I'm okay with that. Maybe we can buy a bigger hammer.
Speaking of buying things, Elmar, what do you have by way of health potions, good sir?
Well, that depends. How many are you looking for? I have them. It's like, truth be told, I'd give you all a potion of peace on the house if you gave me your word that you'd go look into it.
We will go
Absolutely.
right
I think
I'll be the ambassador.
I think after handling a manticore, we can handle some delinquents.
Yeah.
And he lights up, excellent, and he pulls out 4 potions and puts them on the counter. And you can see that there are quite a few more in the stash that he had pulled them from. He says, would you like to purchase additional?
Yeah, I'll purchase 1 additional.
Wonderful. It's whatever the price says it is in the handbook.
I think they're 50 gold pieces.
They're 50 apiece.
Oh.
Then
And you have
afford
49. Aha! I'll give you a gold piece to afford it.
And I'm just gonna look at you like, thanks. I'll take 1 extra, please.
Bitch, I don't have to give you a gold piece. Whore.
You're gonna laugh at me first.
You are right. A potion of healing is 50 gold pieces.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyone else?
Okay, I do now. Okay.
Do you have arrows?
Asmo's under the same condition, but I didn't need an additional potion because remember she gave Miss Cadabra gave.
Yeah, that's where I got
gave
my
us
1.
2.
Right.
Well, you got 1 and Juan got 1.
Yeah, we all got
So
1 because we were both healed.
Yeah.
I will fork over 1 of my gold pieces to Juan so that he can buy an extra 1 as well if he wishes.
He has the most gold out of all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Don't
worry about me for money or potions. I've got 2 potions and almost 200 gold. I'm good. Thanks.
Shopkeep.
Damn it.
Yes.
Do you have arrows by chance, good sir?
I do. I will sell them to you for the going rate.
I would love to buy some arrows from you. It looks like I can buy 20 for a gold piece.
That sounds about right.
A whole ass quiver.
Great. I will buy 20 arrows from you.
I will do just that.
Anything else? Health potion for yourself, perhaps?
I'm good. I have 3 now.
So, I have a question, Barthen.
Okay. Yes.
A hand axe costs only 5 gold pieces. Would there happen to be a hand axe plus 1 at your store for purchase?
We're trying to get magic items this
early. We're level 2, homie. Simmer down.
No, the pluses mean that magic enters in.
No,
so like when they
the first plus 1 could theoretically be just a masterwork quality, really high.
What? It's an uncommon,
yeah.
Isn't it?
It's green, whatever green means.
It's not common doesn't mean it's necessarily specifically magic.
And we are right across the street from the smithy, who he just produced 2 very kind, awesome weapons from.
That is going to be Barthen's response to you. He's going to say, I certainly don't sell anything. As a matter of fact, I don't sell really very much at all outside of, the occasional arrow or dagger. I wouldn't want to step on the smithy owner's shoes.
You should go see the smithy then.
Can you tell us about the smithy? Is he a kind fellow like yourself?
He is absolutely a kind fellow.
Maybe checking.
Yeah, right.
Like a dick.
He might be
alignment.
He might even be a fine lady. I'm not really sure.
Oh, we'll say fella's gender neutral. Fella, kind fella.
There you go. The guys.
Or
guys
otherwise known here in California as dude, that dude,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Dude.
Dude.
Is that a kind duder?
We are woke here in the town of wherever we are, Fandral, and we say them.
And we say what?
Them.
Them, yeah.
Yeah.
Them are a happy person.
Well, you still say they.
No.
Fucking idiot.
Only them.
She solidified herself to the bit. It's them.
Okay. From now on, Cybil is only allowed to use them as pronouns. Better roleplay that shit, bitch.
Jeremy?
Them's is sounding a little angry.
Vows.
Thou? Okay, yeah.
Vows.
My pronouns are them, thou.
I mean, you are an elf, so I wouldn't put it past you.
Yeah.
If you don't refer to me as thy lady, I will shoot you with an arrow.
I'm absolutely never referring to you as that.
Well, then you're getting an arrow in your feathered little ass.
I will remind you that your introduction to this group was pretty lackluster.
Yeah, you were.
He was not feeling very well, so Cybil was not very outspoken.
You were a mute ass elf. Don't even go there.
I don't even think my camera was on that night.
It definitely wasn't.
It was not.
I was not feeling good that night. Oh shit!
You're like, I was in pain.
But he is going to look at you, and this isn't in the book, so I actually get to have some fun. He says, Gaza, over at the heavy metal smithy, is a very, very kind dwarven lady. She's a lady. Don't let the beard fool you. She's a lady. Don't fuck that up.
Don't fuck that up.
Dwarven lady, eh?
Gonna lay on the shower for this one.
We need to have a cold shower prepared for Asmo.
Too horny, get him back.
No, I've already left.
Oh fuck!
I left while you
God damn it!
Does he need to have a separate conversation with this dwarf?
If you guys are in there, I'm gonna make sure you guys are actually in there. There you go.
Fuck.
Okay, Asmo turns to dip. If I remember correctly, Cybil was keeping her eye on him.
I was.
Yes.
Does she want to say anything to him before he leaves? Does she want to?
No, I feel like Asmo, like Cybil turned to the shopkeep to buy her arrows, and I feel like Asmo would have taken that as the exact moment to just fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
He would have known the second that Cybil. It's just like breakfast this morning. Cybil turned around and went, 20 arrows, please. Grabbed her arrows, turned back, and the dwarf is gone.
And Sybil's just thinking to herself, how the fuck do I keep letting these idiots disappear?
This quiver of arrows, and she's like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm so much better than this.
For the second time in the last hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so much better than this.
At least the rest of us are still in the same room as you.
Yeah.
I would like to say, I would like to get an opportunity to speak with this lovely dwarven lass before they catch back up to me.
Well, it depends on how long they take to get to you.
However, I would think it would be hilarious if basically the moment that you introduced our smithy as a dwarven lady, that everyone's eyes get big and they realize that I'm gone from the room at that exact moment.
Yes, 100%.
So I just want my 2 seconds to be able to speak to the smithy before everyone else comes in.
You've got a 2-second head start as
Okay. So as I come up to the smithy, knowing that I'm...
Yeah, we're still in here.
Yeah. Okay. You're gone. You're out the door. It's the price of saying I leave is you leave.
There we go.
But Barthen tells us about a bearded dwarf, and we're just like, oh shit. Well, let's finish business here. Let's finish business here.
Yeah. We'll give him a head start. If he's just going to a dwarven lady, he's not going far.
He seems like an odd fellow.
Yeah.
I would consider that an understatement of sorts.
Don't ask us about him. We don't know.
We really don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't ask us about they. We don't know.
Thou.
Very good.
The Barthen shrugs and says, "Oh, I'm not worried. Gaza can handle herself."
I like to hear it. Anyway, what other provisions do you typically cater to other than health potions and the occasional dagger and such?
He says, "Well, I'm proud to be the largest trading post here in Fandalen. I admittedly sell," and he turns behind him. There's a whole row of dwarven style picks, and canvas bags, and general pulleys and levers and stuff. He's like, "I do sell quite a bit of mining equipment to the local dwarves. They're at least half of the reason why we exist here in Fandalen." And then he gestures to the other side and he says, "The other half is for treasure hunters and adventurers such as yourself."
Well, congratulations on your success. Maybe one day you might be able to speak with me and we can try to curate some sort of beginner's guide to business owning.
He says, "As long as I can sell it when we're done."
Oh, absolutely. It's your story. I would want nothing less.
What sort of adventurer provisions do you have?
He has
This is a pretty it's not a huge shop. Those of you who came from Neverwinter, which is a much larger coastal city. But for a essentially podunk town, he's got any mundane equipment that you could expect to find: ropes, grappling hooks, caltrops, ball bearings, bottles and jugs and bags, and I mean he's got basically the whole spread.
Did you say caltrops?
I did.
Becky. Damn it, Becky, you're muted.
No, it's her. Your mic just sucks. I think your noise suppression doesn't pick up what you say right away, and that's why we missed the first part of what you say.
There's a setting where basically
if I get too
make it more
loud,
sensitive.
if I get too loud, it'll cut me off, and that was a big laugh.
That's fine.
Big laugh.
1 bag of caltrops, please.
There you go.
Anything else?
Caltrops are a lifesaver.
Oh
I
my
don't have
god.
any money, but if I sing you a song, can I trade you for a grappling hook?
I mean, that's not exactly trade. That's more bartering.
She is a bard.
That's 15 gold, right?
I don't know. I don't have any money, so that's why I'm trying to
It's fair. I got a plan for you. I just got to know how much it costs.
I mean, you could try persuasion or something. Performance.
Exactly. That's exactly.
It is 2 gold pieces.
And he says it'd have to be a pretty kick-ass performance.
Oh, I forgot to add the rope because they're separate. Hold on.
Stop it.
What kind of robes do you offer while she's looking that up?
So that's a total of 3 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces. Yeah, it'd have to be a hell of a song. I didn't get to be the most successful shop owner by giving my merchandise away.
I can't wait to find out your secrets.
Do I need to roll for performance to see?
Play persuasion first.
Persuasion? Okay.
Into giving you the opportunity to do this in the first
very
place.
Good. Very good.
Oh, that's an 8.
Are you proficient in persuasion?
I rolled a 3, and it's +5. So.
Yeah. And
Idiot.
he looks at you and he says, "I'd give you a discount on one. I'd be happy to knock a gold off the price if the performance was good, but I'd still have to hold firm at 2 gold."
Trying to charm my way into free things because I don't have any money.
You have 49 gold. You can spare 2 gold.
No, I spent it on the potion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
She took one of mine.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I'll just give him the 2 gold for your shit.
That's always an option.
Yeah, I give.
I get it for free.
I gave him 2 gold. I take the shit and I throw it to her.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
He catches the rope real quick, so you throw it to him, and you catch the hook, but the rope goes to the full extent, falls limp. And he says, "I believe I'm owed a performance."
Oh, okay. Do you want me to also roll for performance? To
Yeah.
see how good it ends up?
Please tell me what instrument you're performing on. How you're in what way.
I am gonna use my bagpipes to sing a song and do a dance.
You're gonna use the most annoying fucking instrument.
I love it.
It's and I got a 15 for performance.
That's not terrible.
That's not bad.
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
No, I'm gonna just rickroll your ass.
Yes.
Give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Jeremy, move your chair.
Never gonna run. I don't know how to emulate bagpipes. I'm just gonna look at you I don't know, wink at you, and I'm like, "Hey, what'd you think?"
I can't say I've ever heard an instrument quite like that before.
I'm the greatest bard you will ever see. You're welcome. And I'm just gonna flip my hair and grab all my things and walk towards the door.
I totally forgot how pompous you are.
Bart's
full of myself.
There, just kind of blinking,
Wow, that was a performance.
I'm just gonna shake my head a little bit and be like, "I'm so sorry," and then just turn and leave.
That leaves you, Juan, as the sole president of Parthens. Oh, you asked about robes. He has a lot of is a lot of like homespun robes in earth tones. The materials that you need for, fancier dyes, golden trim, that kind of stuff is not really here, with the exception of, he does have a section of like cord with gold infused in it, like jewelry with like gemstones and stuff, which you can probably assume come from the local hillside.
Are they?
But the robes are pretty simple.
Are the I guess the gold and stuff and all that, are those more decorative in nature, or is there any sort of functional use or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are decorative. Like I said, the rope would be used to like tie a rope,
Right.
and it's like inlaid with gold, so that it kind of looks like it's, the rope is made out of gold, even though obviously it's not. It's clearly like dwarven craftsmanship.
Okay.
And the same for all of the smaller like jewels and trinkets and things. They're like accessories and not, there's no like utilitarian value outside of.
But Barthen, are you much of a seams? God, is a male seamstress a seamster?
That sounds like the right term.
Grammatically, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Barthen, are you much of a seamster yourself?
So, no, I don't.
Taylor, it's Taylor.
Taylor, there you go.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. The first word I thought of was seamstress.
Seam they.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is. It's both.
Oh, really?
Seamstress is seamster.
Nailed it.
The term is Taylor.
Excuse me. It is a seam they.
Shut the fuck up. Barthen, are you much of a tailor?
No, I don't have time for that. He says, what if my assistants, when they're not loading and unloading the wagon, Ander does all my sewing for me?
He has a tinker, a tailor, a soldier, and a...
Yeah, so, but Barthen, would you mind if I gave you my purple robes, would you be able to accentuate them with your gold inlay? Or your assistant. I mean, not necessarily you specifically, but would Barthen's provisions be willing to and or able to do such a thing? I'd love to help out a small business as well as spread the gospel, as it were, of your beautiful establishment.
I think Andrew can handle that. You're a small fellow, and there wouldn't be much work to be done.
Yeah.
Oh, Rhapsody's gone.
She's just temporarily.
Yeah, I'm here.
Technically a tinker, a tailor, a soldier, and a spy.
I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, absolutely, we could do that for you. He's like, I'm not sure what I'd charge you for it. I'd quote you at somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 10 gold. I'll have a solid number for you when we know how much materials we use.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Just for information's sake, I am only about 3'7", so that way you'll know how much material you might need.
Well, great. You're leaving the robes with us, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got some basic ass tunic underneath, so I'm not just feathers and all.
Feathers.
Going commandowl.
Hey.
Commandowl.
Love it. You love to hear it.
Bravo.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Barthen. I'm glad to have met you.
Prove yourself.
Glad to help a small business, and we will do our best to take care of these degenerates as soon as we can.
He says, remember, the sleeping giant tap house is where they were seen last.
Oh, thank you very much. I will make note of that.
And as you exit the building, we pick up with Asmo, who is walking into the heavy metal smithy and is greeted by the air is thick with smoke. It would burn your nostrils if not for your dwarven ancestry, and would block your vision if not for your, because there's very little light in here. The smoke has choked a lot of it out, but you're a dwarf and have your dark vision. And the distinctive sound of metal striking metal, clang, 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 as you look up, and there's a dwarven figure with a bright, what may have once been a bright orange beard, just like covered in like soot and ash, thrown over their shoulder, just with this like huge hulking biceps, just like hammering away at a Kurikis, and they don't even look up, like they don't see you walk in at all.
Asmo's gonna walk in, and instead of actually maintaining, he understands that he's only got a couple moments. So in Dwarvish, he's going to shout out, "Say friend," loud enough that it can be heard over the clanging of metal.
Give me a Constitution check.
Constitution. Let's find out. That's a Constitution saving throw.
That's right.
No, it's a saving throw?
Well, it's not a saving throw, but I think it's calculated the same, because I think all your saving throw is plus your Constitution modifier, right?
He clicked on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Some of them, you can get a proficiency in some saving throws, which change them.
Yeah, so
that's
it's
why
I'm
changing
mod, and if you're proficient, then you can add your
proficiency. I'm just trying to find out where the there it is. Okay. There we go.
That's up at the tippy top. It's one of your main skills.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's essentially the same thing as your ability check, unless
it looks like it was an 11.
Yeah.
Not horrible, not great.
Yeah, it's enough for her to at least look up from her work and clang, stop as it echoes through the clang, look up and as if they didn't, they kind of give you the standard response in common. Welcome. What can I do for you?
So basically, as he comes in, he's going to say, "I would be ever so grateful if you would do me the favor of playing along in Dwarvish." And a single beam of light that's sort of cut through the soot is going to gleam off of his ring with a signet, which he's playing with in clear view.
Okay. I need to...
Are you done being mean to your brother?
Probably not.
She sees you. She sees you do this, and in Dwarvish, replies, "Fancy ring." but no, like recognition. Just fancy ring.
Absolutely no recognition.
None.
All right. He's going to sort of play it off as a no matter. I'm a friend of all dwarves. You may know us by our name. We're the Dwarvensteins. We're sort of new in town, and I'm looking to buy a little bit of gear, and I'm trying to do so as inconspicuously as possible.
She, kind of like looks at you and says, "Discretion is not really my business, but if you need weapons, I can sell those to you."
And Asmo's going to instantly change back into common in his normal sort of psycho self. And he's going to be like, "Would you happen to have any hand axes that are a little bit more fine than normal?"
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's out loud. That's...
Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
What would you mind selling me one for?
Hold on, I have to check my stock. And they just like slowly, like you think with like stop a couple of times in the process of turning around, just like shake their head, like, and they come back and they start like you hear stuff being like rummaged through. You hear a whistling sound as a dagger like flies through the air and like lands and like embeds itself in the wood floors as she's like tearing through merchandise, looking at stuff. And this process does take her a while to look and see. So I am going to say that the rest of the party, in the order they left Barthen's, have the opportunity to arrive while she is searching through her merchandise. So Rhapsody is the first one in.
Yep.
Cool. She's the barkeep. The Gaza is not. She's literally got her back to you. So
and I just see her frantically rummaging through things.
I heard a moose dying next door. What happened?
Excuse me.
And I'll walk in at that moment. I'll be like, she tried to play a song on her bagpipes.
You, Mr. Dwarf Man, are a connoisseur of the bagpipe. No.
She succeeded, goddammit.
What did she roll again?
A 15?
15.
I said I was a connoisseur. I didn't say I'd tolerate all playing.
Rude.
Burn.
You know nothing of art, tiny man. I'm gonna look over at the smithy lady, and I'm just gonna look back at Asmo, and I'm like, what did you do? Why is she rummaging and throwing things around? Did you make her angry?
I'm looking to buy a hand axe. She looks like she's really good at it. And I'm gonna dodge something being thrown like right at my head. It's just sort of like a funk as behind, completely unfazed.
She turns back around and like slams a hand axe down on the counter next to you. Says, "I am good at it. Damn good at it." And in front of you is a like ornate hand axe with like dwarvish runes and like the dwarvish cultural equivalent of a Celtic knot. Like embossed on either side of the hand axe. The handle has obviously been meticulously sanded and polished, and this is a level again above most quality of weapons that you find usually. And she looks at you in a gruff voice, says 500 gold.
500 gold? I might have to come back. Do you have any extra work you need done around here that might help me pay off such a fine weapon?
Check the board.
We'll check the board.
Okay.
We already checked the board.
When do you want me to walk in,
the
Dave?
things that were on the board.
Asmo's gonna know that he doesn't want to piss this lady off. Mainly because of the fact that he sees a business partner and he doesn't see somebody that he wants to be devaluing her goods. He'd love to barter, but at the same time, as he can see that it probably, at 500 gold, it's probably not going to do much good to sit there and remind her that a normal hand axe is 5 gold and that it doesn't look like it's about that fine. But he thinks that the long-term relationship, and understanding that he's not going to succeed in bartering, the long-term relationship goals of trying to smooth her over as a business partner later on down the line, possibly, have a lot more value to him.
Your DM thinks that's a great idea. Basically, if about 10 seconds goes by without anybody saying anything to her, she's going to get back to work.
I don't have any money, so.
If Cybil finds her way in.
I'd already been in.
Yeah, it's Juan who's the last one in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And depending on how long you guys are here, I might not even get here before you leave.
Yeah, because Juan did. Depending on how long you guys are here, he might not even get there before you guys leave because he did spend a little while extra in Barthen's talking.
Were you gonna head into the smithy anyway?
Maybe not right away. I mean, the smithy has knowledge with which I could gain, but probably nothing that would particularly entice Juan.
As far as Rhapsody is concerned, she said she doesn't have any extra jobs for us, so I'm inclined to get moving to the job that's on the board.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to the board or do we want to go to the sleeping giant?
We've already gone to the board.
Well,
you two have.
That's true.
Did we want to do the sleeping giant first with all the ruffians?
Clang, clang, clang.
Can we get out of here to talk?
Yeah.
Should. She looks busy.
Clang, clang.
We're gonna walk out.
All right. As they're about to leave the door, I open it and see them barreling out, and I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
I know who's the first one out. You almost knock over
Asmo.
one. Asmo almost. If Asmo was the size of the tiefling, he probably would have knocked over one. But,
Yeah.
But he's stouter, so.
I'm gonna bump into him and then sort of like caress the feathers just for a moment before Juan whacks me away.
Creeper.
Gross.
And down the road I go again.
Everybody following? Are we checking in with Juan?
So, Juan, I think the idea was to go take care of those ruffians while we're still in town.
Yeah, I imagine that would be more time efficient than leaving and then coming back and then dealing with it. Plus, if we wait too long and something unspeakable does happen to Barthen, we might not get any discounted items.
This is very true.
And he did give us those health potions to do this. So.
True.
Yeah. Let's go to the sleeping giant.
Yeah, he basically paid you all what you got paid to do the last job in advance for this one.
Yeah, let's go to the sleeping giant.
Yep.
Go talk to some ruffians.
You guys approach what's called the sleeping giant.
Hey.
The sleeping giant is a ramshackle tap room at the east end of town. 4 human ruffians linger on the covered porch.
Hey, that's the word that I used.
Perched on empty ale barrels leaning against the wall. They all wear grimy scarlet cloaks. Their sullen stares fixated on you as you approach. One of the thugs spits on the ground. Well. It's a whole pack of little puppies. What do you want, puppies? You come to bark at us?
I'm not a puppy. I'm an owlin, sir.
Can I bark at him?
What species are they?
Wow.
They are.
Good fucking Lord.
Serious question, though.
Rhapsody was over there like, hey, baby, and Cybill's all just
Fucking Christ.
Mean dog privileges.
Good Lord.
So, one at a time, please. There are 4 ruffians in front of you. One of them has addressed you. What were those 2 simultaneous comments?
I want to bark at them.
And Radri wants to hit on them.
Yeah. Barking is talking. You can do that instantly. No big deal. It will probably affect your partner's seduction attack, however.
Okay, I'll wait until after she seduces them to bark it.
Hold on. Does Cybil know? Does Cybil care?
No, Cybil doesn't care. She's just gonna
No,
bark.
Cybil's gonna bark.
He's gonna say, "What's up, puppies?" And she's immediately just gonna be like, "Ruff."
This
Rhapsody's
is a good
like, funny segue. I like it rough.
This is a good opportunity for me to remind everyone that that at any point in time it is okay to throw the flag and say, that's not, I got issues with that. And I also remind everyone that this is a fantasy game and the characters that I roleplay in no way represent my own views. That being said, as this, and I want to paint a picture, word picture for everybody, that as you all walk up and this, like, clearly asshole looking down his nose at you, being a prick, says, well, looks like a whole pack of little puppies. And what do you want, puppies? You come here to bark at us? And immediately one of them barks at you. He's going to turn to the largest male figure, which is, in this case, Asmo, and say...
Wait, how tall is Asmo?
Like 3 feet, 4 feet?
Usually, dwarves are usually between 3 and 4.
How tall are you, Asmo?
I'm gonna have to look that up, but I think I'm like 2 foot something.
Because I'm 3'7".
Can't be 2 foot something as a dwarf. That's way short.
I think you're right.
Gnome territory.
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't remember. Remember, we also threw this together, so
that's true. That's true.
I don't remember. I'm also a very inexperienced player.
Okay.
So one more time, because I really want all the context to be there before I go into dialogue.
Sorry.
The thugs spit on the ground, call you a pack of puppies, say, what do you want, puppies? You come to bark at us. The female elf chooses to bark, so he turns to the male authority figure of the group, which is probably Asmo, and says, "You need to get your bitch in line."
Yeah.
I want to
She's
bark
killed
again.
people for less. We're just trying to beat you senseless.
To like really throw him off.
That challenge rating is going up exponentially by the second. So why don't you?
As soon as he says that, I'm gonna be terrified and I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt on the guy who said bitch. Who called Cybil a bitch.
We're immediately in combat.
I'm just trying to seduce him to make him back off.
Nope,
Let me use my feminine wiles.
I'm sorry. You all need to roll for initiative. It's time.
They got barked at and then told they were gonna die. Called me a bitch, and then he got hit with a witch bolt.
Do I still get my free attack before we enter initiative?
Yeah, you get free attack. Yeah, absolutely. You're starting it off.
Do I still have to roll to hit, or because he's unassuming, can I just hit him?
No, he's assuming. You need to roll the hit.
Oh.
he got barked.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Let's go. 22 to hit.
That's absolutely gonna hit him.
Fuck yeah.
What'd I fucking call this?
I would like to remind you that these are probably townsfolk's kids. We've already tried to break down somebody's door. It may, once again, as we have spoken before, and now that we don't have two demons straight out of hell, we only have one that's trying to be a bard. Maybe we try to leave them beaten but not dead.
He called me a bitch. I'm gonna kill him.
9 points of damage.
We would get rid of the ruffians. We didn't say how.
I'm assuming the one that called Cybil a bitch was the quote-unquote leader, so I'm going to say 9 points of damage to the leader.
Okay, sounds good. The talker is who you tossed it at.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
We'll dispose of the bodies afterwards.
That fucking guy.
Like, they disappeared.
9 points of damage, and it's Witch Bolt, so it's like a continuous, like
that is correct.
Unlimited.
And it's gonna
power.
Do you have to spend like your bonus action to do that, or does it just happen from every turn there on?
I have to spend my action to do it, but I don't have to recast it as another spell cast each time. Yeah. As long as I hold concentration on it and it lasts for 1 minute.
Cool. That's fair. That's great. I can't fucking find this map, so I'm sorry, guys. You got to give me just half a second here.
Do you want our initiatives in the Icespire Peak chat?
Yes, please. That would be. Actually, I'm just gonna ask them for you out loud so I can write it down. So no, but
yes, but no.
Just tell us when.
I will. I know.
Wait a minute.
You guys are the best
around. Nothing's gonna agitate this time. We're all the fucking worst.
God.
Okay.
I blame Dave for that one.
I will gladly take all of it.
I bet you.
Okay.
Whoa. Hello. We got stuff.
Put your tiggly tiles down. You were approaching from this direction, so that's a good spot. Although you were close enough to talk with the guys on the porch, so keep that in mind as well.
Oh, we're over here.
I will put the.
Where'd you say we are? I'm sorry. Where are we? Where?
I mean, wherever you want to be. Somewhere. This is the porch. The guys are taking up this space, so I'm going to move some tiles onto this.
Where would you presume?
Guys, like here, because you approached from this way.
Okay, we were coming from that way. Got it. Yeah, I'll probably stick to the sidewalk because I don't want to risk getting hit by a fucking cart or anything because towns kind of scare me still, or intimidate me, I should say. Even though I've lived in Neverwinter, I literally just lived in the library.
Okay, so this is the
Oh. Haha. Okay. If you use a lower roll, you can then choose different
the rest of these guys. 2, 4, and 3. Sick. Okay. Anybody get over 20?
I got exactly 20.
Okay, and you are Cybil.
Yep.
20. Anybody over 15?
I did. I got 16.
16, and you are Rhapsody. Anybody over 10? Nice. Anybody over 10?
15.
You are Asmo, which means...
I'm
sorry, what was that, Asmo? One more time?
15.
Which means, what did Juan get?
I got a whole hand.
Oh, 5.
I did many.
I got this many.
Right. What did my ruffians get? Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
Okay. I threw a witch bolt, and I'm not used to inciting confrontation, so I'm really scared, and I'm somehow last-ish.
Well, because it's gonna feel like you're first, and it comes around to you again, though, so it'll be good.
Exactly.
And I actually need Cybil to re-roll for me.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Do a speed
Not
tie.
exactly 20.
Do a speed tie.
Get another.
Now I got 16.
That's fine. You're still there. Okay, so this witch bolt has gone off and is now like running in this space between Juan and the talker, who turns to everybody and says, "Kill him, starting with the bitch." And let's see here. There you go, Juan. Thank you. Although it does bring us to Cybil, it is your turn.
Oh, perfect. Retribution, baby. Let's go.
Woof.
Yeah. Yeah, every time you attack, you better bark at him.
I'm just gonna keep barking. Hold on. I didn't really get acquainted with her. I'm looking.
Not even showing up on the thing.
I have to acquaint myself as well, so.
Is that what the kids are calling you now these days?
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the talker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, so I get to deal an extra 1d6 of damage whenever I hit with a weapon tap.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
So after I cast that on Homeboy there, I'm going to... What am I going to do next? I'm going to hit him with a weapon. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my quarterstaff, and I'm going to try to pop that fucker's head off.
Goddamn right you are.
Goddamn right.
You're that kind of strong, independent black woman that you are.
Unless your reach is 10 feet.
My reach is 5 feet.
You're going to have to step up to do that.
All right, step to him here.
I was going to say, don't go in the witch bolt, please.
No. Cool, and I rolled a 22.
Can you cast a spell, walk, and attack all in the same turn?
Yes. Because my spell is a bonus action.
Sick. Okay, cool. Wanted to make sure.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'm sorry, what would you roll?
22.
That's it. Roll your damage.
Fuck yeah. So
Plus your whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so I get a 1d8 and a 1d6.
22.
So that is going to be 11 points of damage.
However, will I decide which dice to use? Speaking of which,
substantial.
Substantial.
He's definitely good and bloody at this point.
Who's the bitch now? Woof! My roommate, his girlfriend flew in this morning, and they can't hear you guys, but they can for sure hear me in the living room.
Oh, that's fine.
And you just need to go. My DM referred to me as a female dog in heat, and I was reciprocating a lot. It was
that makes it sound kinkier than it actually is.
CM uttered the phrase, "What are you gonna do, puppies? Bark at us?" And well, what option did I have?
Yeah. So the talker is It's called Ouch World, the place where the talker lives now.
Cool.
Ouch World.
Just as an aside, let me look at my spell really quick because there was something. Okay, so my spell lasts for an hour. So if he ends up going to 0 hit points before my spell ends in that hour, I can use a bonus action to move it to a new creature without expending another spell slot.
Nice.
That's useful.
Just as an aside.
That's fun. Okay, cool.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Because my baby is still a baby. She don't really have a lot of spell slots to use.
Right. So it's nice that you can use one spell and have it.
Yeah.
Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Is that it? Are you done?
Yep, that is it. I am done.
Cool. Sounds good. This seems like a good opportunity to tell you guys that Becky, God bless her, has the patience to roll initiative dice for all of her enemies. I don't. Mine take the same turn.
I did do that a while ago, but like when we played last time, I did not do that. They all got the same number.
So,
but yeah,
love you. We're gonna.
Thanks.
I say that because it's their turn.
I'm about to die.
They are going to.
Oh, you're fine. Probably.
Probably not.
Number 3 is going to step up.
Number 3 is a punk ass bitch.
Pull out his daggers. No, his short sword. Excuse me.
Is that an innuendo?
Yeah, I bet they're short, bitch.
It could be in Cybil's endo second here.
Cybil's endo.
That is.
Whoa there, cowboy.
I do not consent.
I
do not consent to the dagger up the bum.
I'm sure that a 6 does not hit. However,
it does not.
See, she didn't consent.
An 11 might.
It does not.
Okay, so he's done skis. 2 and 4 are going to pull out their short bows and take a shot apiece at Becky as well, as they were so ordered. I'm sure a 24 hits though.
Oof.
Are they running a disadvantage on that one though, because they're so close?
Nope, because remember we settled last time. It's normal within range and disadvantage outside of range.
How close is number 2 though?
He's like 10 feet.
Oh, he's 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah, you only take disadvantage if they're in the adjacent.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, a 24 does hit.
Sounds good, but a 9 probably doesn't.
Nope.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. So then you are gonna.
She doesn't want to take anything in her endo, but in her fronto, she doesn't have a choice.
Still would not like to take anything in my fronto.
She doesn't want to, but unfortunately, this is where we are.
In the face, right in the face.
Whoa.
That is 6 piercing damage.
Oof.
She's an adventurer. She only took the arrow to the knee.
She's still gonna bark.
But then.
Yeah, free action to bark.
Free action to bark.
Or's gonna come back and tuck behind the wall here.
Oh, fucking pansy ass motherfucker.
What a little bench.
Seriously, Jesus Christ.
Two's gonna tuck behind.
Oh, God.
Long enough. They're done. Rhapsody's up.
Real quick, number 4 left. Number 4 left a diagonal square from Cybil. Does she get an attack of opportunity on number 4?
No, I think they have to be in my immediate.
They have to be the ones on the sides of the squares?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm good. Well, normally yes, but I'm gonna rule that because there are 2 melee units literally between Cybil and the archer, that they would have been able to intercept any attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
That was a pretty well covered archer.
Yeah.
But good catch, and I appreciate you guys trying to keep me honest, because that's how it should work.
I wish I had remembered it in time, but I should have used silvery barbs on that 22 hit for Cybil.
Oh yeah, that would have been bueno. But it is.
What does silvery barbs actually do?
Silvery barbs is that one that Logan keeps using. They have to re-roll and take the lower.
It's Rhapsody's turn.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, Rhapsody.
I am going to use a cantrip, Vicious Mockery.
Yeah. Solid cantrip.
Are in range, so they all need to. Well, unless unless they're truly around a corner, 2 and 4 would not be in range, but it's a 60-foot range. So I'm gonna let you make that call.
Like, are they peeking?
Do you need line of sight?
Nope, it's just a range because it's all verbal.
I mean, it's
everybody in that range. You don't have to pick somebody.
It's audible, I imagine.
It's
Holy shit, I didn't realize
it says at a creature you can see within range.
But
I figure it's audible; they can all hear it.
Vicious Mockery. So you unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range.
Okay.
It's a game mechanic, basically, because you get those for free. So if you got those for free, they could affect everybody. They'd be a really powerful thing.
That'd be a bitchin' cantrip.
Oh
man!
Do I get to hit the 2 melee, or do I have to pick one?
You have to pick.
It's a character.
Okay. So then I'm gonna Vicious Mockery at the talker because he's being a dick, and he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
A creature.
Not very wise.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I hope they're really dumb.
He rolled nat 20.
Me too.
Excuse me?
He rolled a nat 20. I can show it to you. It's right here.
Fuck off right now.
Damn, son.
He is unaffected by my string of words that I chose to throw at him.
He wise as fuck.
There you go. I still wanted to hear it, so.
Swamp rat with a tiny penis looking cat. Can't handle any of his battles by himself, mama's boy.
Yeah, that's some Vicious Mockery. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I just put a bark at the end for good measure. Fucking
small penis fucking swamp rat. Bork. Bork.
I am going to use Bardic Inspiration for the team. Now, this is another one that says a creature within 60 feet. Can I give it to all of them or just one of them?
A creature.
A creature. Okay, so then
Don't blame me. That's Wizards of the Coast. That's not me.
I know. I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Cybil since she's kind of having a bad time. So for 10 minutes, you get an inspiration die, which is 1d6. You can add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Hey, Chris, can you lower your input sensitivity a little bit?
I think you're picking up everything she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long-term 5e players, is that
Pretty
the
please.
entire 10 minutes, or is that one of the, like, once in the 10 minutes? Because bards are pretty cool. I remember that.
The entire 10 minutes.
That's what I thought I remembered. Cool. Sick.
Yep.
Sweet. So that was
the end of my turn.
2 actions? Okay.
I'm not moving anywhere, so yeah.
Cool. So Asmo.
Asmo's gonna use his free speech turn to be like, anybody got some peanuts?
No, but I got some vegan walnuts.
Careful, don't choke. They're dangerous.
Saw that one the other day again after you posted that clip, and I just forget how long she fucking vamps for trying to like cover herself up, only to immediately go, it was a vegan walnut, and ruin everything.
I know you're going back to watch it, because that's the only one that the viewer count keeps going up on.
That's a good one. She has like a solid 15 seconds of vamping, and then she just...
God.
I panicked.
Immediately.
That was... It's an iconic moment now. So
yeah. The best moment.
Can I have some?
Maybe you should take your turn.
He's asking for the vegan walnuts.
I have no vegan walnuts.
Right? Juan does.
Don't you have peanuts? You gave them to your squirrel friend that I didn't see. But
I'm gonna roll a d20 survival check to see if I actually have vegan walnuts. Survival. I got a 13. I've got like 4. Here you go.
And he's gonna like feed it to the little squirrel. Now, I have a question. Since I have a squirrel that's constantly in my pocket, I do have animal friendship and beast bond, in which animal friendship allows me to convince a beast that you mean it no harm, choose a beast that you can see within range, It must see and hear you. It's in my pocket. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration.
I mean, he's your pet. You don't really have to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm trying to figure out how I can turn him into an attacker.
He's not mechanically. He will not be a good attacker.
I don't think there's a squirrel stat block.
The HP is probably like 1.
I'd say at least 3.
And it's not going to be great.
Well, we'll hold off for this round then. So he's gonna ignore Juan then, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, you guys, do you have peanuts?"
Are you talking to the
What
bad
about
guys?
you, number 3? I'm talking to the bad guys.
Oh, you're talking to the bad guys. I'm sorry. I did not realize that was.
No, you're right, Becky. Squirrels have a hit point of 1.
There you go. I'm about to say commoners have like 4 hit points, so squirrels can't have that many.
Oh my god.
God, do you have any peanuts?
Here, I'm posting this in
Number
game
3,
questions.
Number 3, do you have any peanuts?
No, but I'll drop my nuts on your face once you're dead.
And he's gonna scream. He's gonna scream.
Damn.
And just charge right at the guy.
Get him.
We're gonna go right around Cybil, avoiding the wonderful lightning bolt. We're gonna let Talker take it. And he's going to attack 3 with a hand axe.
Do it. Bad guys are supposed to be bad, right? I mean, that's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Okay, 19 to hit.
I'm sorry, what?
19 to hit.
That's for sure a hit.
Yeah, buddy.
And then looks like I do a whopping 4 damage.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Good lordy wody.
Your hand axe cleaves into him, but unfortunately you're a dwarf and he's a human. So you get him like below the artery in the thigh, and you just kind of like get him above the knee somewhere. It's a gash, but it's, it could have been worse.
And then I would like to use my 2-weapon fighting.
You get him in the dick.
Light hammer.
Let's
go right for the.
So it's a straight roll. It's a straight roll, right?
Okay.
Or straight roll -2, or is it just straight roll? I can't remember.
I think
It just says
straight roll, no modifiers.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you have that like double attack thing again on the side.
You still have your strength, but not your proficiency. If you're proficient.
It ain't hitting it with a 6.
No, that does not hit.
So he's gonna swing and miss. He's gonna swing where he thinks the guy schlong should be, and apparently this guy is not equipped well. So it's just a ant leg.
He's got a tight cod piece.
Hey. Oh, I have dark vision. Cool.
It goes what stance, and you make contact with not but air.
I thought you had nuts to give my squirrel.
Hey.
Can we roll for emotional damage on that one?
Shit.
Oh, that's
Emotional damage.
Rhapsody's territory.
That'd be psychic damage.
No, I think actually we're gonna have to do fire damage because that's a sick burn.
Oh my god.
Juan,
go.
It is your turn, Juan.
All right, I am going to continue fucking blasting this bitch with another D12 of, god damn it, 2 points of lightning damage.
Believe it or not, that's enough for you to tell me how he dies.
Cool. So the first amount of damage kind of zaps him, and he's not looking too pretty good. That second just bursts. I'm imagining the electricity fills his body, and it goes through the middle to his heart, radiates to the extremities, and pops his head, hands, and feet.
Gross.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right all over Cybil.
And it is.
Yeah, all over Cybil. Yeah, 100%. There's gray matter and like 2 fingers that like hit her in the face.
Hey, no, Cybil, roll a reflex save for me.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
There's no reflex.
Dexterity.
Dexterity? Okay.
Yeah, whatever the fuck the equivalent
Whatever
is.
the fuck.
Oh, fuck yeah, my dex is pretty good.
I know it is. You're a ranger.
Yeah.
I am a ranger.
Ranger,
my dex would be up. Fuck yeah, 21, baby.
All right, she fucking matrixes all through that shit.
These new dice that I bought are doing very well.
You're welcome.
One of the loose fingers does like bounce off her shoulder, and when she's done, she gives you one of these.
I give him the finger back.
Cool. And once homie pops like a water balloon, I'm gonna swing around behind this corner and I'll have my turn.
Sick.
That brings us back to the top with Cybil.
Cool. I'm going to use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark over to number 3.
Sick.
And I'm going to take a swingy swang at him. And use my bardic inspiration on my attack roll.
Yep.
Which would give me a total of 22.
Yeah, buddy.
Yo.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. And then so I get to do my 8 and my 6.
Yeah, because you moved your mark.
Because I moved my mark.
Yo.
So I'm going to do another 9 points of damage.
So how much is that total?
9.
Okay. That boy is bloody.
He hurting real bad.
A survivor. Thanks, Fred Boat. All right. Yes. I am done.
Okay. Disengage is still a thing in D&D, I assume.
Correct.
Yeah. But if you disengage, that's when you open yourself up to an attack of opportunity.
No. Disengage effectively negates it, but that is your action.
That is your action. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 is going to very carefully step away from Cybil and Asmo and holler once he's got his body turned around and he's gotten a step away. He's gonna holler at the 2 behind the buildings, "Fucking shoot her!" As he 5, 10, 15.
I like how they're only focusing on the chick that barked at them, not anybody that's actually hitting them.
Well,
Well, I guess she has hit them.
I have hit them pretty bad. You got that guy with witch bolt, but for the most part, they've seen me swing a quarterstaff at 2 of them and bark.
I fucking popped one of them like a balloon. You've heard them a lot, but they're like, no, kill that one.
It's because I'm barking.
Yeah. She's fucking weird, man. I don't like her.
It's about the disrespect.
Yeah.
My highest roll is a 16.
Who are you going after? Oh, me?
You, yeah.
The 16 matches.
Okay, the next one is lower, so only one of those is going to hit you.
Look.
If I throw my dice on the ground, I can't read what they say.
I mean, they're not ones.
And I'm actually... Can I use my dodge action?
Or
is that only on my turn?
Yeah, I think it's only if it's on your turn.
It has to be a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good news is he rolled a 1 on his damage die, so with his modifier, that is only 3 piercing damage.
Jeez. That's not bad.
Not bad.
And then... Yeah, that feels good for them. I like that.
I'm glad you like that.
Those guys aren't going to move. They like where they're at. They've got cover. They feel good. That brings us to pick up Rhapsody.
Okay.
Say more mean things to them.
I am going to. Let me see. No, I'm actually going to try and hit him with a weapon this time. I'm going to run up here. Am I walking 30 feet? And then I am going to attempt to smack him with my rapier.
Zero PA.
What?
Does a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, it does not.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs?
Yeah, I'm going to use silvery barbs as a reaction, so they have to re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Roll a d20 and what?
Use the lower?
You have to re-roll that d20 and use the lower roll.
Rhapsody does?
No, you.
No.
For the one that she was attacking.
Can you do silvery barbs as a...
I didn't roll for an attack. She rolled for the attack.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. My bad. Never mind.
And then unless you're gonna let me use my cantrip as a bonus action to yell at him.
I don't.
It's only if the cantrip says it's a bonus action.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, it doesn't classify it as a bonus action. It just
Probably
says I can do it at will. Yeah, it's probably standard.
Yeah.
But I can do, because I tried to hit it with my rapier. I do have 2-weapon fighting.
What's in the other hand?
My other hand has a dagger.
There you go.
So there's is there any modifier to the hit, like a hit attempt?
No, that's
okay.
the thing. It's a flat D20.
Okay.
But you get to try.
This dice is going to jail because that was a 7.
It's a good try.
I'm just going to angrily glare at him and mutter some things under my breath in Infernal because I'm upset.
He's gonna turn to the other two and be like, "Watch out! I think you're casting a spell."
That's right. Be afraid. That's it for me.
Yeah. Asmo, you up, brah?
Asmo, again, fully enraged, is going to use his full 25 feet to put himself right here, which, if I'm not mistaken, gives me advantage on number 3 and maybe number 4. Because of
you got to take one step back to have advantage on number 3. You got to be in this square.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, so he is going to attack
advantage, yeah.
with advantage. He's gonna be like, "Quit saying mean things!"
Oh God!
And he's gonna need that advantage with rolling a 10.
Ooh, yeah.
And he gets a 17 on the second roll.
That's a hit.
Woo!
Do me proud. 3 damage. Okay.
Oh.
3 damage to number 3.
That's a hand axe?
Yes.
All right, you cleave him this time on the other leg. You're going to bring him to his knees eventually.
And then he will take his second attack, hoping that he'll do more damage with his light hammer. It's the same one I used to knock on the door. It has splinters in it.
I love your character.
You're going to roll a 15 on that one.
That's also a hit.
Okay, and then let's go bludgeoning damage with a whole 6 damage. He maxed out that dice.
That spells death for our friend here. So, how exactly does that spell death for our friend here?
Fuck.
So Asmo, going after number 3 with the hammer specifically, is going to bash one kneecap in backwards, and then without even trying, the guy's going to fall over, collapse, because the weight of his body is going to like fall down on that broken thing. And then the tangs on the back side of the hammer are then he's going to fall face first right on the tangs, and he's going to kind of accidentally kill the guy. And Asmo's going to be like, "I did it!"
Solid.
Love it. Love it.
Sick.
He dead.
He dead.
He dead. Also dead.
And while like somebody's taking their next turn, I'm like busy like pulling the hammer out of his face.
Love it. Love it. That someone taking their turn is Juan.
Okay, I'm gonna ask if I can do something a little weird.
Pitch it.
15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I want to move here so that I have a line sight on 4. Now, the only way I can get here is because I'm flying. Because I can do that because me and Owl.
Right, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20 to the base of the building. Probably it's 10 feet up, but you don't have to go that whole 10 feet because you'd be going at an angle because you're flying.
That was my thought process.
Is your fly speed different than your walk speed?
No, my flying speed is the same as my walk speed, which is 30 feet.
So I would make you sacrifice 1 square to get up here. So your 30 feet of movement would perch you, in this tile on the edge.
Okay, would I still have a fair vantage point on number 4 if that were the case?
Anything, he still has the advantage of partial cover, but you do have line of sight.
Do I need to attempt to duck out of the way of whatever he's about to do?
Maybe, but as an ally, that's probably a given, but it depends on what he's about to do.
I mean, I'm also like above you, so I think I'd be at the very least trying to avoid hitting you. Yeah. It'd be a lot easier because I've got a change of elevation.
Right. You're solid 12 feet over your head. Well, yeah. You're 6 feet, so his feet are 6 feet above your head, and then he's got another 2 feet on top of that. So
okay, so I'm probably good.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And these are human, right? Just to.
What?
The ruffians are human.
These guys are human. Yeah, these guys.
Yeah. Are human. So I'm gonna hop up here, and then I'm gonna. What is this? Verbal and somatic? I don't know. I'm gonna do some Naruto bullshit, and I'm gonna cast a firebolt on number 4. So make a ranged spell attack. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, baby. 24.
Ew.
Yeah.
1d tizzle. Yeah. God damn it. All right. I lob it. I lob this firebolt, and it ends up like right here because it only does 2 damage.
But it does get him.
Yeah. I was taking extra care not to hit Rhapsody or Asmo, so I'm like, let's go over here.
Thanks. Sorry. Thanks.
Yeah. And that'll be my turn.
Cool. Love it. Brings us to the top of Cybil.
You're muted.
I am, because I had to blow my nose, and I didn't want to do that on camera.
I appreciate that, yeah.
It's also why I, covered my camera a little bit, because I didn't want the internet to see that, but then I forgot to unmute myself.
I'm really curious of what my neighbors might think of me on Fridays and Sundays.
Andreas is here, and he's encouraging me to nickel and dime you guys to death with these.
Oh my god.
No.
Sure, whatever, let's go.
Or maybe he's encouraging you guys to nickel and dime the baddies to death. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's probably me, yeah, because I got him with 2 points.
Oh, there you go. That's probably what it was. Yeah,
okay.
A little bit of a delay. Cybil, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my movement to get myself right here to number 2, because that fool is dead. Yep. I'm going to take some schwacks.
Schwacks.
Schwiggity
schwacks.
Smack that all on the floor. Smack that. Give me some.
Oh, that is not a good schwack. That would be a.
But that's not what we like to hear.
9.
Of course he is. He's a nice guy. He's on your side. 9 does not hit.
Sweet bejeepers. Oh, but then I'll also use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark over to number 2.
Cool. I will remind you in a very friendly manner that you are inspired.
I did use my inspiration. I rolled a 3.
You can use it for the whole 10 minutes.
Rolled like garbage then.
Yeah. Even with my modifier and my inspiration, it was only a 9 because I rolled a 3.
Damn.
Well, I tried.
Yeah. I appreciate that because it's possible that I could have missed it. But,
I know it's getting late, but I wanted to make sure all the parts and pieces are there.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm barely hanging on, but that was the one thing I did remember to do. But I rolled a 3 on my D20 and a 2 on my D6.
Becky, you need to do what the hippies do with the crystals and leave them out in the moonlight.
Here's the problem. This is one of my
absorb the positive energy.
This is not one of my new dice. So I made the mistake of grabbing an old die like an idiot because I just have a pile of D20s next to me.
You got to sleep with them under your pillow.
I'm just gonna put the whole bag of D20s under my pillow.
There you go.
It is the pillow.
It is the pillow.
God, that would hurt.
So uncomfortable. Could you imagine this thing under your head?
Ew.
I'll fucking do it. As soon as I get my Pokeball dice, I'll fucking do that, bro.
It's bigger than my eyeball.
Gross. Clack, clack, clack.
I know.
Clickety clack.
Clickety clack. Oh, all the lights are off. My roommates are asleep.
Click, clack.
Roommate and his girlfriend.
Okay.
So I might turn a little bit quieter
Okay.
with my barking.
Bork.
Bark.
Okay, Cybil. So is that your turn?
Sadly, yes, that is my turn.
Okay. Which does bring us to the baddest of dudes. Number 2 is going to use one of his actions to pull out his short sword.
Sword.
S words.
I just realized if you use the right button on your mouse, it brings up the fucking twisty one.
Oh my god.
That's super useful.
Wow.
Let's all do it.
Look at you guys. Fireworks.
Let's break the internet.
Fireworks on the page.
Good call.
That was a complete accident, by the way. Just sorry about that.
Don't be. That was amazing.
Anyways.
4's probably going to look up at Juan, who just winged him with that bolt. He's going to take aim. He's going to fire. Does a 16 hit?
It just meets my AC.
No, she's not shooting at you. Shooting at Juan.
Oh, sorry.
Jeremy.
I was assuming they were coming at me.
I think he froze. Or no, he
he's
froze.
Wait, he's looking at his stuff, or he can't hear us.
No, I'm here. What?
Yeah, you
They were shooting. They were shooting at you, my guy.
4 is shooting at you. He does not like having firebolt shot at him.
Oh yeah. 13 is my AC. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So his 16 is a hitteroo.
Yeah.
Hitter.
Oof. Big oof.
Big oofs. Oh, he rolled high.
Oof.
7 piercing damage.
Oh, that's half my health.
You pierced.
It pierced real good.
Okay, so
he winged me.
And then we got some multi-attacking happening to Cybil.
It's because I'm an owl.
That's
got it.
That's a 15 to hit. I think your AC is 16. Is that right?
Yep, does not hit.
Okay, other one. Ooh, definitely does hit though.
Oh shit.
Because I rolled a 19, and that's already higher than.
But wait, how are you hitting me twice?
He has multi-attack.
Ah, fuck.
You got 2 attacks, bruh.
Come on, man. They have their AC is tiny, and they got no hit points. They got to have something.
Yeah, that's fair.
The thing that you were gonna cast to cancel the.
And it's all in the book. I don't even come up with this shit. It's in the book.
Jeremy.
Hit
yeah.
Me.
What?
He only rolled 2.
The spell
the modifier of 2
makes
is 4.
them not hit her.
Oh yeah, silvery barbs.
There you go.
Oh, you gonna do it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Okay. What do I roll?
So, you just re-roll the d20 and take the lower.
The lower is exactly 16.
God fucking damn it.
It was a 19 on the first one, so
cool.
Tell you. 12.
I'm sorry, I tried.
16. So it's 4 piercing damage, or no, 4 slashing damage. Yes.
Cut that bitch.
No, it is piercing damage. It is piercing damage. Might be.
Does it matter?
I don't know. It doesn't matter if you have resistance. Oh, you don't have resistance.
No.
Yeah, you don't have resistance.
Yeah.
That's I only have 2 bad guys though.
So we're little babies.
They probably 2 probably yells "fuck you" in your face, Cybil, for good measure, and 4 is not breaking eye contact with 1, like drawing another arrow back, pulling it up.
When 2 yells "fuck you," we all get this weird vision of a goblin in our head before it dissipates.
But I'm just gonna bark at him. I've committed to the bit.
Bork.
Yep. Rhapsody, you are up.
All right. I am going to.
Answer on round 2.
I have an idea. Shush. Move right. Meow. And then I am going to attempt to use Vicious Mockery on a number 4.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Rolls a wisdom save, is that right?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's a much lower roll this time for a final of 7.
Cool. Then he takes
Luna, calm your shit.
1d4 psychic damage and has a disadvantage on his
Fuck.
next attack roll.
Noise.
So your psychic damage is 4.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little D next to him so I remember he's got disadvantage on his next attack roll.
So 4 points of damage for that guy in the brain. I'm gonna call him another.
You see a single tear rolling down.
I'm gonna yell at him in Infernal so that it just also kind of scares him a little bit too. He's unnerved.
Yeah, that's all I like.
Just angry sound.
Jesus Christ. Rhapsody turns into a feral dog.
We got barking happening all over the place.
Fuck.
It's way scarier than mine. I was just doing like a very classic, like rough.
Yeah.
Bark.
And she's like,
I feel like Rhapsody's like foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
My fangs and everything.
Yeah.
No, Rhapsody turned into the cabbage merchant. Or no, the guy from Avatar, the foamy mouth guy.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am gonna use Healing Word on Cybil.
Sick.
She gets 7 points of health back.
Nice.
Yeah, that would have brought me back up to max.
I think
Wait, do I get
out of range?
You got 7 hit points back.
Yeah.
Rhapsody healed you with a word.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did.
I appreciate
I can
that word.
Use that on
Rhapsody told you the word with turd.
Creature.
Was it barking?
Yes, the word was bark.
Healing bark.
Healing bark.
Now.
And then because I'm not in anyone's line of sight, and I only moved. What did I move?
I mean, you're in 4's line of sight.
I mean, like not directly next to, because I was like right here.
Oh, okay.
I moved like 5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the rest of my movement. Say 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna go behind 2. Boop. And that will end my turn.
Cool. Sick. Brings us to Asmo.
Asmo.
Let's fucking do it.
How much damage is 2 taken?
You're more than welcome to do a perception check and see how he looks.
I think more than 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm trying to figure out if 4 had more or if 2. I'm trying to remember.
Because I only did 2 damage to 4.
Okay, so kind of ganging up on number 2 because we want to have fewer people making rolls.
Yeah.
If I move right here, will I still have advantage with Pincer because of Rhapsody?
Well, and Cybil.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 of you at this point, I would say collectively have him flanked for sure.
Okay.
Dude.
Surrounded!
There are literally 2 tiles from which he can escape right now, so...
So, he's going to take a swing with his hand axe and hope that it rolls better this time.
But you get advantage.
Do it!
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, roll it twice.
Okay, so that's 16. That advantage helped out. I was at 12.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a hit. It's a hit.
Okay, so on the screen. Oh, we maxed that out. 8 damage to the guy.
Yeah.
Some
Fucking domed him.
Cool. Nice, solid. Was that a hammer or a hand axe?
That was a hand axe.
Cool.
The hammer, which we're doing straight with.
Yeah, that hand axe sinks pretty deep into his chest this time. You finally got the reach on one of them.
Yeah. And we're looking at 13 with the light hammer.
That unfortunately is not going to hit him.
Dicks.
Okay, so he swings the hammer and misses, but still like that crazed look in his eye.
You crazy.
Oh, hell no. Nature, you crazy.
Is that all, Asmo?
I believe that's the extent of what I can do.
Brings us to our boy Juan.
What is up? Okay, so four's still hanging out, right?
4 and 2 are both. Yeah, 4 has not dropped his eyes from you since 15, he landed his last shot.
20. Cool. I'm gonna come over here. I wanna drop a firebolt right on top of 2.
To like poke your head over, and just like
yeah, kind of. Both
you just see a feather just come over off the screen and
plus your spellcasting modifier. Wait. Press weapon action. One creature within 5 feet on a hit target surface weapon attack normal. Okay, so it is still a regular attack. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna drop a firebolt on number. Fireball and firebolt are very different.
Yeah, they are. Fireball would fuck all you guys up.
Is
also,
8? Yeah, is 8d6 to everybody.
No, they get to roll a reflex save. It could be half.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him.
D10. Let's use a different D10. Let's go with this guy. Yeah, whoa, I missed. Yeah.
Whoa!
6 points of fire damage.
6 points of fire damage. He is a bloody boy.
Dicks. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll jump down here. And I'll end my turn.
You get to do your spell as a bonus?
No, it's a full action, but I didn't use all of my movement.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, because I know you moved probably 5, 10, 15, 20 to get there?
Yeah, and then 25, and then 30, and then I just dropped down.
For 30. Cool.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yep. Square. Then that brings us to the top. Cybil!
All right, I'm just gonna... He has the hunter's mark on him, so I'm gonna...
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot to put the yellow band on him.
Yeah, no, it's good. So I'm gonna take a swing.
I
one
love...
of my new dice.
I love once we kill this guy, everybody's just gonna mass turn to number 4.
That would be a 22.
That's a hit.
Ayo. Ayo. I'm gonna grab. Get out of there, you fuckface.
Whoa.
Okay, those ones. So it's gonna be a 9 points of damage again.
How's he gonna die?
I'm just gonna fucking blunt force trauma to the head.
Just crack his head like an egg?
Like an egg.
Cool.
Like a cantaloupe.
And his brain yolks spill out everywhere, and he is...
Now, do Asmo and Rhapsody have to roll dexterity saving throws to avoid gray matter?
No, because it's not exploding. It's just
okay.
Out. We'll say the cone of explosion is like this if it does. So. Anything else, Cybil?
Yep, and then use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark over to number 4.
Yeah, buddy.
And then I will end my turn.
Let's go.
I like that spell.
That makes it the bad guy's turn.
Yo, dude, Hunter's Mark is great.
Yeah.
And number 4 is gonna just yell, "Fuck this!" and just bolt, just fucking
hell no.
And he's gonna sprint off in the general direction of the Tressendar Manor before disappearing out of sight.
Okay.
Around this corner, out of sight, and you guys are in free action.
Hold on. If I fly 30 feet in the air, would I be able to see him on the other side of this building?
Let him go.
No, because he's right next to it.
God
so
damn.
From your perspective, you would not see anything.
Do I have any AoE attacks?
I was about to say it'd be a real blind shot.
I do, but I have to be like right up on his ass with his
damn.
feet.
It has to be that I can see. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, he's gone. Damn it. Okay.
So, alright, we knocked out 3 of them and the other one just ran. What do we do?
I thought we killed him. I mean, I know I killed that first one.
No, you guys killed all 3 of these guys. They
Yeah.
are dead.
Yeah, they're all dead.
We killed them, but all but one, and we told him that we would take out all the ruffians. I would anticipate that guy would be back with a vengeance.
I mean, I'm down to chase him.
I agree. We should follow him.
I got flight. I can follow him.
In the cart.
But we're also, we've all been battered a little bit, so we gotta think about this.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I could follow him if you want. I mean, I don't know if I'd catch up to him, but I could fly and just try to follow in that general direction, see if I see him. And you guys could look up and follow me in the air.
I like that idea.
Chasing after him.
This is going to be one of 2 things. Either he's leading us back to a whole bunch of more baddies, in which we're going to end up, with that seems to be the logical thing that would happen, is that he's going to have backup. But at the same time is that if we can get up, we might be able to get a couple pot shots off on him.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know, DM, if we chase after him, would we be able to try and catch up to him and finish the fight?
The longer you guys stand here and talk about it, the farther away he's gonna get. So
yeah, I'm gonna use my initial 30 feet of movement to go like in this direction and try to fly up as I'm moving there, so I can go above this house and try to get a bead on where he went.
What I need from you is a perception check. You lost sight of him. You are now looking for him. Try to find him.
Oof.
Asmo, you moved, I think, too far. We're using our actual movement.
I thought they were using free speed.
Do I get perception or advantage because I'm in the air?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, same dice. Hey, there we go. 17.
At this point, you guys have taken quite a bit to talk. But you do see a lone figure running off in the distance towards the east side of town. If you give me just a second here.
Guys, I see a silhouette in this direction. Follow me.
And it is running basically like up this path and towards the large manor atop the hill. And
of course,
this feels like a natural breaking point, depending on where energy levels are at. Becky.
Yeah, we should definitely stop, but I do want to cast Healing Word on Juan really quick.
Oh, good. So he can notate that before next session.
I appreciate you.
Dead. I am out. I am gone.
Yeah.
What do I get back?
So, I want to say that Asmo instead
7.
of
I'm at full. Thank you.
Yep.
Instead of charging away, because Asmo, I think I've got a pretty high walking speed. Is going to make sure that he takes a moment while everyone else leads ahead of him to hide the bodies.
I will more than likely have a small interaction that you and I will roleplay at the start of next session.
Make a note of that so we don't forget it.
Yeah, because it'll be a few weeks.
Unless Becky wants a break next week too.
And
no, I want to try to limit the amount of times I make Dave DM for us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I like playing.
I know. I do appreciate you taking on today because, like I said, dead. Wow. I am dead.
Yeah. No, you are super square. I did make a note about the bodies being hiding.
I'm in the air. I got a bead on this motherfucker. I'm going.
And, one air. Yeah, I'm gonna put distant follow because he is quite a ways away.
With a 17 perception.
It means you can see him. It doesn't mean that you can fly any faster.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I see where he's going. I haven't lost him yet, hopefully.
I noted the exact number of your perception, Jack.
Hopefully.
Sick. So we will pick it up here whenever the next time is that we run the Lost Mines of Fandalen / Dragons of Icespire Peak. I know that you guys spent a lot of the first half of this session, like, learning all the Lost Mines of Fandalen stuff about the town, which I appreciate because I think it's much more interesting than the Dragons of Icespire Peak, and it's much more fun for me to run.
Roleplay. Roleplay's fun.
Sick.
All right. Well, it's 11 o'clock.
You're fine. You're fine.
I worked like 56 hours, 57 hours.
It's only 10:55.
So Jeremy can go fuck himself, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, bye.
Thank you again, Dave, for running the campaign. I don't know if you saw what I changed your little like label to.
Thank you,
but I appreciate you.
Thank you, Step DM.
I don't see any difference.
What
Am I missing something?
Does he have?
If you,
what do you? look on your profile and look at your roles.
What are you doing, Step DM?
You son of a bitch. Great.
So, anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, bye.
I love you all. Thank you.
Good night.
Deuces. Night.
Oh man.